Hello and welcome to my next reading vlog. I am hoping to have a pretty good reading week. I have just been getting ready for class. I just took some Bookstagram pictures, and all the while I was listening to the audiobook. What's it called? I always Puddin', the sequel to Dumplin'. I always get the names confused. To be honest, I'm not loving it so far. I'm 3 hours in ish, and I don't know. I really liked the character of Willowdean in the first one. I'm not loving Millie. She is okay so far. She just doesn't have a lot going on for her. I'm still obviously very early in the book, but and then it switches perspectives to Callie, who I'm realizing now is a character we did see in the first one. I don't remember her very well, but and I don't like her at all right now. First of all, she did this thing that was an actual criminal act, and I thought it was dumb and I didn't get it. And I don't feel bad for her at all. And then my other problem, which is sort of a silly thing, but she cares so much about this dumb dance team. I'm not a competitive person. I don't really understand organized sports at all. And that's why I just think I don't understand why she cares so much about this competition. If she cared, she probably shouldn't have done the dumb thing that she did. And honestly, she deserves what she's getting right now, and I'm hoping that this is a story where she learns from all this. And then next, I am about 160 pages into Wayfarer, really enjoying it. Of course, nothing is going right for these characters. What's new? I'm gonna go read for a little bit and waste some time before I have to leave for class. I read a little bit of Wayfarer last night, and I just wanted to correct myself. Last night I updated and said I was 160 pages in. I was 260 pages in. A bit different. And now I'm on page 290. I didn't read a whole lot last night. Hello, an update. It is Friday night. I haven't updated a lot this week just because I've only gotten a little bit of done. Yeah, I've only got a little bit of reading done this week, but I have gotten some done. I have about 4 hours left in the audiobook of Puddin', and I think I said in my last update, not loving it. At this point, I'm just close enough to the end that I'm just gonna finish. I'll knock up the speed and just power through, but Millie has grown on me a bit. I think she's a tolerable character. She's not super three-dimensional though. Callie, on the other hand, she's gonna have to do a lot in this last bit of the book to even make me somewhat like her. I've been doing homework for the past 6 hours, so I am going to go do a little yoga to wind down for the night and then get some reading done. Went to the bookstore yesterday. I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday and didn't get anything. They had that 50% off sale, but I didn't really like any of it. And then today I went to a used bookstore, and sort of as a joke, but not completely, but mostly as a joke, my friend and I are going to read this romance book called The Highland Guardian by Amy Jericke. And we tried to find a book with a very ridiculous cover, which this is. It passes the test. And honestly though, it actually sounds kind of good. I actually do have an interest in sort of getting into the romance genre and just checking out what there is there. Hello, it is Sunday night, and this isn't much of a reading update because I have not gotten to read really all weekend. I have just been endlessly doing homework, and I'm really bummed. I wanted to read this weekend and relax. That just wasn't in the cards. My brain is way overworked, but I did get a little bit of reading done while I went to the grocery store. I listened to my audiobook and I finished Puddin', which I didn't like it. I thought maybe it'll resolve itself in the end, but it was kind of boring. It was predictable. Millie was a okay character, and she did have a pretty good developmental arc. Callie was from the beginning I didn't like her, and she did not grow enough for me to start to like her. I didn't yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. It just really wasn't for me. But a little update, it is Tuesday morning. I am getting ready to go to class. I have a test today, and all that studying for this test has been taking up my reading time, but I took some time to myself last night and I read a bit more of Wayfarer, and I'm really enjoying this one. It is like just thing after thing is happening and it's so stressful. I'm gonna be honest, I took like 4 days where I wasn't reading at all, so it took a second to like remember what was going on in the story. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm on page 327. It's a little over 500 pages, so I still have a bit of a ways to go. But my goal is to finish this weekend, or by this weekend. And my audiobook right now is The Kiss Quotient, which I'm pretty sure I've updated about. And I actually only have an hour and a half left, so I'm going to try and finish that today. I might bump up the speed a little bit and try and get through that one. I am really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would, because for some reason I was just like hesitant to read this one, even though like I loved The Hating Game, and everyone who loved The Hating Game was like, you should read The Kiss Quotient, like those are very similar stories. But I was just hesitant for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm loving it. And yeah, it's definitely a bit smutty, but I think it's real cute. I think the story is really adorable. We've got a fake relationship, which is obviously going to blossom into a real relationship, and I just think it's great. And after that, I'm going to pick up The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue as an audiobook, because the library, my hold on that came through. I definitely have a lot going on this week. I have my test this morning, and then I also have my first day of clinicals for nursing school tomorrow, which I'm freaking out about. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to like dive into a good book and relax and stop stressing about school, but stressing about school is like second nature to me. So an update, it is Thursday afternoon. I finished The Kiss Quotient a couple days ago. I think Tuesday, I want to say, I can't remember. But I really enjoyed that. I give that a 5 out of 5 stars. It was a really cute romance and I loved the ending. It was like a really good balance of drama and romance, and it was actually really funny too, so I really enjoyed that. I started the audiobook for The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee this morning, and I'm an hour in, so I'm not very far in, but I'm already in love with this story. I really like the characters. Monty is definitely like, he's got some character development to go through, but I do really like him, and if him and Percy don't end up together, I'll probably be real upset, because like literally, I don't know, I could check in my physical copy how far I am page-wise, but like I'm not very far in and I'm already like super invested in them, so this is going well. Hello, another quick update. I am getting ready for bed. My hair is a mess. I just got out of the bath and got ready for bed. I read a little bit in the bath, and then I was gonna go straight back to reading and got distracted by Jack Black vlogs on YouTube of all things, but you know, the internet. So I have 130 pages left of Wayfarer, and oh my god, it's killing me. So like, there was a thing that happened, or at least that some of the characters thought happened, but it didn't happen, and that was frustrating. And now the two main characters are finally in the same place. They don't know they're in the same place, but they are, so I'm just like screaming. I'm going to attempt to finish this tonight. I don't know if that will happen because it's already 10:30 and I'm pretty tired because I woke up early for work this morning, but I'm going to try and at least get close to the end so that I can like wake up and maybe finish it in the morning before I get started on my homework. But yeah, I am loving this book and I cannot wait to finish. Hello, an update. It's Saturday morning now. I got to page, I can't remember, 467 last night. So I made it a good amount farther. I did not finish, obviously, but I have about 60 pages left and about an hour until I have to be anywhere. So I'm gonna go try and finish. I left off on such a cliffhanger last night, but I was really tired. But yeah, it's getting so crazy. My camera's about to die, but I wanted to update. I did just finish Wayfarer a little bit ago and I absolutely loved it. It was so exciting. So much happened. Like the action of the end was insane and it was just so good. And like I got to like the last like 30 pages. I'm like, how are they going to fix all of this? How is this going to be resolved? And it definitely delivered. I loved it. It was a really, really good ending to that duology. Do I wish there was a little more of like happy stuff? Yes, I would love to see more of these characters, but it was resolved really beautifully and I loved it. I'm going to start reading A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This is another pretty long one, but I really want to watch the TV show, but I want to read it first. I'm really excited. I don't know a whole lot about this series. It has something to do with witches. I know there's some library and I think there's a vampire. And that's the extent of my knowledge. Update, it's actually Monday. I decided to make this reading vlog 3 weeks long just because I didn't have a whole lot of footage from the first 2 weeks, and next week is spring break and I was planning on doing a bit of like a readathon that week, so that can be its own reading vlog. I don't know if you care about any of that. But another sort of logistical update is I am going to change up my schedule a little bit for now for when I upload. I still am going to do reading vlogs every other week on Sundays. That is something that's pretty easy to maintain for me. But I'm not going to be able to do like main videos in those other Sundays. I think I'm just going to do 1 or 2 main channel videos a month and just sort of upload them when I can. And I know everyone says like the best thing to do for your YouTube is to have a schedule, but like my life, especially with school, is just really hectic and I find it hard to keep to that unless I plan ahead, and I just honestly don't need that stress and everything, so I'm just going to upload when I can those other videos, but the reading vlogs should still be pretty consistent. I am 18% into The Night Circus and really enjoying that one. Obviously it is a reread and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars the first time. I imagine it's gonna be the same, and then I'm reading a lot of books at once right now, but I am also listening to A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and I am loving this book so much. I love Percy and I love Monty, and like it's so good. The romance is, I'm hoping it's just like a slow burn and we're gonna get there eventually, but because of the time period, to have a male-male relationship is like a really big deal, and that's why it's not, you know, really there. And I just think the commentary on that is really interesting. I think I have 4 hours left, so I'm planning on finishing tomorrow or so. And I started A Discovery of Witches. I didn't get very far. I had like a bunch of time to read last night, but I had like a major headache, so I just went to bed. So I'm on page 27. So yeah, not very far, but really enjoying this. Hello, an update. It is Thursday, like noon or something, I don't know. But I have a little reading update. I finished The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I listened to the audiobook and I absolutely adored this story. I thought, first of all, it was a really good book to go via audiobook. I just really loved listening to these characters. They just all had such unique voices, like tone-wise, and literally they all had kind of fun accents. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of interesting turns that I didn't expect from a story like this. I knew going in it was historical, and it just took a lot different route than I expected. They were searching for the Philosopher's Stone, which was a cool thing. I've only ever really seen the Philosopher's Stone in context of Harry Potter, so it was cool to see another take on that. And Monty and Percy I loved. I think I liked Percy a little bit more. I mean, I loved Monty as a character. He was definitely flawed, but I think that's what made him so great. And then one of the really cool things I thought is Percy has epilepsy, and that's a big focus in the story, and I don't know if I've ever read a book where a character has epilepsy, so that was just a cool thing. It was also frustrating as someone who studies science and like is super interested in it to see how they treated someone with epilepsy because they didn't understand the disease, and like he talked about how he'd been tested like for demonic possession, and I was like, the fact that that was like a thing, you know, 200 years ago is just so insane to me, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I am on page 110 of A Discovery of Witches, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like these characters, and I'm very intrigued to see where this story goes. I will say it's so unnecessarily detailed, and like I don't mind having a lot of detail. Like Cassandra Clare, it's very detailed. She's always describing like what the characters are wearing, what they look like she's descriptive. But this is like the sort of descriptive that doesn't, like, I don't know why it has to be here. Like last time in my update, there was a description of her like making toast. I'm like, I don't need to know that. In a chapter I read last night, they went to a yoga class. A witch and a vampire went to a yoga class together, and I was like, what is going on? I mean, the concept is cool. It was just seemed so far out there. And then like even the class was so detailed, like the moves they were doing. I'm like, I've been to a yoga class, I don't need to read about it. But anyway, other than that like sort of weird thing, and that's super easy to get over because it's still a very well written book, and it's able to be read pretty fast. So I am still really enjoying it, and I don't have a whole lot else to do today. There's homework I could do, but I'm probably not going to. So I think I'm going to read a lot more of this today. I'm reading The Night Circus. It is a reread. I'm really enjoying it. It's just so magical, and like it just, every time I pick it up and I'm reading, it's one of those books that like literally transports you to the world. And it's just so immersive and beautiful and magical, and I love it. Another random thing that isn't really a reading update, but I'm just excited. I got this lipstick, and it's NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Monte Carlo, because it is the exact lipstick that Isabel Lightwood wears in season 1 of Shadowhunters. She wears it a few times, and I just tried it on, and I really like it. Hello, I'm home for spring break, obviously. I got a kitty. She does not like to be held, so this is fun. Come on. Okay, she wants to go. I just wanted to do an update. I am home for spring break, obviously, but I did not bring my camera, so the rest of this vlog will just be on my phone, which honestly, I feel like it doesn't look that bad, so it'll be fine. And my next vlog will just have to be all on my phone. Didn't plan that out super well, but whatever. I'm hoping to get through the rest of A Discovery of Witches, which I have a lot left, so we'll see. But I want to finish this weekend. We're going out to a friend's house to have dinner and just relax, so hopefully I can get some reading done, because I have some pretty ambitious reading plans for spring break. That'll be in the next reading vlog, and then, but for this one I'm going to try and finish The Discovery of Witches and get through some more of The Night Circus. I'm now about 40% in, and I would like to finish, but that I'm doing that for a book club. I'm rereading that for a book club, and I don't think our discussion's till the very end of March. So that's not super high on my priority list. Hello, my hair looks incredibly crazy because I just got out of the shower. But I got out of the shower and did my makeup, and I'm going to go read a little bit. But I just wanted to close out this reading vlog. I am one day late because I fell asleep last night before I could edit this and finish it up. But I am doing it now, and now it is spring break, and I will have a spring break reading vlog up next weekend. So thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!